Hello, 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 and welcome to LRGA Curves. Come on in. On your way in, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. And so you can become part of this beautiful, curvy community that we're growing over here in these YouTube streets. Thanks for coming through to your girl, LRGA Curves channel today. For the second time in a day, you guys got me because I had some things to talk about, obviously. Yes, I did. So, right now, I wanted to hurry up and talk about, I won't be on here too long. I just wanted to talk about this whole Faith Stowers situation. Let me turn this down. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about this Faith Stower situation. Remember Faith Stower from Vanderpump Rules that just had Scandival, you know? Well, before Scandival, there was Jax being Jax, okay? And in the Jax being Jax realm, he, at one point, with all of his going-ons, decided that he was going to try and actually did get at decided that he was going that he did get at Faith Stower. Anybody who watches Vanderpump Rules, it's in its 10th season. This season with Scandival happening was in its 10th season. And Faith Stower was on in season 4 in 2015 is when this happened. And Faith was the only Black girl that they ever had on this show, from what I could see, and from what I could tell, and from what is obvious. And everybody knows that the show Vanderpump Rules is at Lisa Vanderpump's bar restaurant, and it's centered around all the kids. And like Tom Schwartz says on his Mars show, have you seen Stars on Mars? Tom Schwartz is on there. And he says that Vanderpump Rules is about everybody sleeping with everybody else. That's what he even says it's about, okay? So, yeah, there's that. Anyway. Oh, hey, thanks for coming through, CD. I appreciate you, as always, as always. Yeah, you can leave a Cash App if you like, or a super chat, or anything. Keep the lights on with the freaking, or what's it called, StreamYard, and what else. We love you support over here. Thanks for coming through. You know we love you. Okay, so I have some stuff to share. You guys know this was already a topic of mine because I have been a little pressed about the overly stereotyped ways that particularly melanated women can be treated over there in those Bravo streets, and the glaring differences of what's not only expected that we see as a viewer, but of consequences after actions. So, picture this. 2015. We finally get some melanin on the scene. Her name is Faith Stowers. Faith Stowers has an S. And Faith is fun. She comes on with Lala. That was one of the few seasons that I actually liked Lala's ass, was that season. Oh, I can do select window for a story. Is that this one? No, I don't want that one. Sorry, guys. Is it this one? Yeah, we'll do that one. Allow that. So she was on Vanderpump Rules. It was 2015. Only melanated sister on there. Comes on with Lala. Gangbusters. Everybody loves it, right? I mean, that season was so fun. It was fun to watch as a viewer. Like Faith seemed like a really fun girl. Her and Lala had no problem whipping off their tops and jumping in a swimming pool and rubbing titties. They didn't have any problem doing that. And all the other girls were like, ow, look at them, because they were all booed up, right? So, of course, they have a problem with the free titty girls over there who are single, right? So, anyway, so today it was reported 5 years after Faith Stower's appearance on Vanderpump Rules, Faith Stowers sets up a fundraiser to sue Stassi Sshroeder. Dun, dun, dun! So that's why today's episode is Order in the Court. Stowers versus Sshroeder et al. Okay? Because the Vanderpump Rules alum, Faith Stowers, set up a fundraiser to sue Stassi Sshroeder. And of course, I don't just read the bathroom wall of the universe, cough, cough, the inner fi. I go and try to verify on my own. So I go to Faith Stowers' Instagram. In my new Instagram account, let me take this comment off for a second so that you can see my new IG handle, because my other one got disabled. So this is my new IG handle right here. So if you want to follow me there. So you can see I came into Instagram on my new IG handle, LRGA Curves with 2 S's now. And I go to Faith Stowers' page, and it's King Faith Hope. And I thought I was already following her, but I got this new account, and look, they're already giving me problems. I got a brand new account in Instagram. I go through, I'm like, oh, let me let my people know I'm here. I start adding, following people. I get to would have been my maybe 15th. And it wasn't like, I knew to take some time between each one, scroll past a couple, and then pick another one. And, oh, am I laggy? Is my ping high? I'm sorry, you guys. And look, this comes up. Report a problem. So I can't even follow her yet. But I knew enough to go to this link right here in her Instagram. And lo and behold, if there isn't a GoFundMe, dun, dun, dun! Okay. So if you click that GoFundMe, then a window opens up. And I'll just let you guys see that it opens up so that you see and I see with our own eyeballs that it's real. Now, I'm not sure how long my lag is going to be here, but I think the more things that I have open, the laggier it gets. So maybe if I talk like this, it won't seem so glitchy because I'm already going so slow. Thank you so much, Mademoiselle. I appreciate that. I just pulled it high and tight. I'm like, "Argh." Yeah, this is all me, you guys. Years of dedication and hard work and getting over the straight and silky, even though it'd be calling my name the straight and silky. But I don't know. Thank you. I appreciate that because I do be having a complex about having natural hair sometimes. So I appreciate that very much. But as you can see, she does have a GoFundMe set up to help with legal fees for justice against Stassi. You guys, let me see how this sounds. Against Stassi. You guys. Oh my goodness. And let's go down. So far, she has 52 donations. Yes, I love a high pony too. I've had my natural hair for long enough that I have been that girl that put everything she could into a scrunchie and there was hardly anything sticking out the other end. I've been that girl, so I'm very pleased that now this is all me out of the other end. And yeah, so I totally appreciate a high pony also. What do you say? Corey Berman, I'm dropping the mother plucking link. I'm dropping the mother plucking link. Let me see. Here I go. Did I copy it? Can I paste it? Let me see. And of course, Corey, my Wonder Mod, is going through saying hello to the rest of the beautiful humans in my chat because my curves are beautiful and so are my curvies. Let me tell you, each one unique and curvilicious, well defined, and so nice to handle. Yes, curvilicious is curves plus delicious. Oh, right on, Corey.
All right now.
Hey, thanks for coming through, Corey, girl.
No problem.
You know I had to talk about damn Faith Stowers finally coming for this girl.
It's about time.
Yes, and do you know what triggered it?
Her getting a show on Peacock.
Well, that. And let's see what she has to say. Hi, my name is Faith Stowers. As you may know, I was a former cast member on the television series called Vanderpump Rules. During my time there, I was publicly targeted and mercilessly verbally attacked by Stassi Sshroeder and Kirsten Dote on multiple public platforms. These two women used their privilege and celebrity to try to tear me down. It's a very sad time of my life and in the country. During that time, I was also racially targeted and wrongfully accused of horrendous crimes that I have since been vindicated from.
Okay, now.
Since Kristen's accepted apology, Stassi Sshroeder has written a New York Times bestseller book recently and has made more terrible, non-factual claims about me once again. After all she has done, she continues to stand by her ignorant claims that are very harmful to me and my family. I am seeking assistance with my legal team to get this book removed and all royalties and funds collected from this book given to charity or assisting family of choice. Thank you for your support always, and thank you for standing up against bullies and racial division with hope, faith.
I know that's right.
Right?
The only black person.
So she got some donations, and when I first saw the story, she had like $831 in the donations.
Oh, okay.
And now it's gone up, and because it's over 1,000 now. And people, look, this lady says, I'm fully aware of what happened to you and the lack of accountability from Miss Sshroeder Clark. I hope you get the justice you seek and deserve. Sending positive vibes. Yes. There was another one. Let me see. Was it going to do it? Okay. We don't have to. Oh, is it? I'm so impatient, but I need to have patience. Let's see. I thought there's one more. I'm so impatient. Okay. Anyway, so that was her GoFundMe. And if we come over here to, you might be wondering, well, what did Stassi do that was so bad? So, 2015, Faith gets on the show. Between 2015 and 2017, Faith smashed Jax. Yes, Jax. The same Jax that everybody else on the show smashed and got famous for. Faith smashes that fool and gets cursed. Okay. Not only did the girls all attack her for doing all of what she did, which was smash Jax, they attacked her so bad, like it had never been done before, like she was the reason why it happened. Like Jax, they had chose to attack Faith the way they're choosing to attack Raquel right now. And I said it early on in the Raquel Levis scandal thing that she was actually getting treated kind of black because, dude, I've only seen this happen to one other person and the girl happened to be black. So I'm not sure what exactly it is about them deciding all of a sudden that one person doing what everybody else did means that they need to pull out the wood and nails. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And crucify that person. I have no idea. So anyway, so Stassi was hot stuff at the time. Remember, she got her chin extended, and after she got her chin extended, it built her confidence and she started talking even more trash. And she went on a podcast. And her and Kristen Dowdy were saying what we already heard Faith say in her thing was terrible, horrendous comments, horrible comments about her. And got away with it. That part wasn't what they got in trouble for. What they finally got in trouble for was also in the same podcast. We've talked about it here on LRGA Curves before. Check our videos. Stassi decided to do one better and call the police and make a false police report against Karen. I mean, I like a Karen against Faith. And falsely reported that she was a woman they were looking for, knowing full well
could get killed.
Yeah.
I mean, unalive.
And yeah. And bragged about it after she made numerous calls to the police. It wasn't just like one call, she did one. It was like her and Tristan called a number of times, allegedly. And attempted to get her in trouble, and they were like, oh, she's here now, and then she would be gone. So then they'd have to be like, oh, she's here now. You guys, they went through a lot against Faith Stowers. So it pleased me so much today to see that she is looking at moving forward with legal action against New Chin.
Good. Because she don't need no cop.
Yeah, and look at all these rewards she's getting. You know, Faith was attempting to be a working actress at the time and hasn't got much since then. And because of the public backlash, it was done on such a public forum. And of course, the apologies always make the 10th page under the fold, whereas the accusation is front page above the fold. You know what I'm saying? And of the newspaper, anybody who doesn't know that reference, the fold of the newspaper. News used to not be in our phone on Instagram. This thing used to come called a newspaper, and it was paper. And the really important news was, it was folded like 4 ways. And the very important news was above the fold. So like it was the first thing you saw. Okay.
Yeah, they used to have these machines. Remember the newspaper machines?
Yes, I used to love the smell of the ditto machines, the newspaper when it first came. That was my very first job, was being a newspaper girl. Getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, getting the newspapers delivered to us, having to get up and put the rubber bands around them, go with my parents or on my bike with my bigger uncle, and load up our basket and ride around and throw the newspapers as far as we could to the door. And then once a month we would go through and pick up our the fee for the subscription, and then take that back. And the next time they dropped off newspapers, we give them the fees for that we had collected. And it was like full-on child labor, you guys. I was like all of 8.
I wanted to do it. My mom wouldn't let me do it. He said somebody would snatch me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, it could have happened, but they were usually either, if my uncle couldn't go, then they would follow behind. And then it got sometimes on very cool days,
Mm-hmm.
they would leave the hatchback open and I could throw it from the car or like, put it in their mailbox from the trunk. Those were fun days. Those were fun days. But anyway, back to the story. So all of these horrible accusations, not only on the show against her, calling her all kind of hoorahs and stuff just because they were hoorahs first. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
acting like she was any worse for sleeping with Jax. Well, you could have done a lot better, Faith. I'm sorry that happened to you. Um, I'm sure you were probably just like genuinely curious about what was all the hoopla about. Like, how is he getting like everybody and he's such a mess? He's like literally a mess. You know what I mean?
He still
And
is a mess and married.
yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Such a mess still. And these are opinions. We have our allegedly thing. This is all fun for entertainment. No malice, no malintent. But yeah, he's a mess. So they persecuted this girl. And after bragging about it on their show, they still got to stay on Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get fired from Bravo till 2020. It was as recently as 2017 that even Jax was freaking saying things like tweeting that Faith wasn't a good person and she had been accused of horrible things. So I agree with her. It was all race-based. They're not calling the police on other people for no reason, making up stuff because they slept with Jax. Really? You'd have to call the police on all the guys and some of the guys and all the girls in that space.
Exactly.
So I don't think that was fair, but I'm really glad she's sticking up for herself. Now let's look back over here. I had something else. You tell me what you think about it. What were you thinking about it?
About this whole mishigosh?
Yeah, like, do you think she'll be able to go anywhere or get the book removed or retracted because it's full of lies and defamatory statements? And why didn't that bitch learn her lesson the first time? Really? You put it, really? Because I didn't sue your ass the first time? And because nobody did anything but take away your little podcast and kick you off the show because also you were boring and crazy?
Well, yeah.
She was like boring and crazy to say that.
She's basic as basic can be. If you look up basic B in the dictionary, in the Urban Dictionary, Stassi's picture's there with her old chin, and right beside it, new chin.
Yeah.
So I can't. Stassi is a horrible person. I warned LVP.
So that was in 2020. She got dropped by her PR firm.
Yeah, I warned LVP season 1 because I saw, I can't remember what episode it is. I own the season, but I can't find the episode. Because Stassi and her parents came to visit her, or she came to visit her parents, either one. And she and them went to lunch, and they're making jokes about Black people. And I'm saying, looking at Black people walking by, oh, he a yo.
He's a what?
He's a yo. Or a ghetto.
Oh, no.
And they sniggling and giggling and kikiing about Black folks and how they gonna like them and how they this and how they that. And I'm like, the camera.
Yeah, I never liked that no chin bitch.
So what I did was, because at the time Twitter was still like new, Bravo was still like new. So if you DM'd one of them, they would DM you back.
Yeah.
So Lisa and I had like a relationship where I had questions about some things, like real life stuff, right? That I couldn't get any answer from anyone. Like Brendan went skiing once, and I was like, well, did you put pants on underneath the snowboarding pants? Nobody would tell me, right? So I was like, Lisa Vanderpump, no. And then, then she would tell me that. And then someone wealthy, I made a friend of someone wealthy, and they had did something for Brendan and his friends. And I was like, well, how do you thank a millionaire? I mean, really?
Yeah.
What kind of flowers do you send them? And then, she would do that, just life advice, because foster kids and Max is sort of like special needs. And I would ask her some questions about Brendan, to help me out with Brendan. And then she would, text me back, she would DM me back and answer everything. And I was like, look, you need to watch out for Stassi. You need to check season 1. You need to check those episodes. I can't remember the episode off the top of my head, but her and her parents were being racist, and you need to check it. But she didn't check it. So I warned her. And look what happened. And when and Kyle is Jewish, right? So when she walked in Kyle's house on that crossover premiere, and she said, this house is not all that. My house is bigger. I said to myself, then you should have kept your behind home in the house with the big house and the maid and all of that. Then you wouldn't be serving Kyle. So I was like, "Ooh, she gotta go."
She's done things like say that she's Nazi chic. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
She had a lot to say. She had to reflect on her racist comments on her podcast regarding the Oscars So White campaign and Black Lives Matter. She actually has called her own self a Karen, so me putting that in the title isn't far off. She said she believes that she never felt she was racist, although she believes she was anti-racist.
What?
Yeah.
She said that with a straight face?
I'm sure she did, and her new chin. Better person. She wants to be a better person. She said she wouldn't return to Vanderpump Rules. She wants to focus on motherhood. It doesn't say anything about a Peacock show for any topic.
Well, it's let me say, allegedly it's rumored that she
probably do it. They love dusting off racists and pronouncing them in our faces. And all this time, so since this happened, Faith Stowers has retreated, because her name is still basically besmirched and it's not easy. And she didn't even pull a Nene. She hasn't said nothing about the R word racist stuff since it happened. She said right after it happened, she did mention that she would have been open to a conversation from Lisa Vanderpump, which I was very disappointed to find out that Lisa Vanderpump allegedly never reached out to her.
Me too.
I feel like Lisa should have gave her the job that Stassi lost.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Gave her more camera time instead of allow her to be forgotten and relegated to nowhere.
Then again, it could have been a network move too.
Yeah, well, even that, had Lisa said something, Lisa would have got her way, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Possibly. Yeah, who knows how much power anybody has. And then for the network to do that is further proof about what Nene says about how they overlook all the racist stuff that's in their face, and they would rather dust off racists than address their racist tendencies and all this pandering they're doing to our communities. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I thought after the whole getting called on the carpet and supposedly the whole reason it was okay that Candy Burris went by herself to the network to secure her own bag instead of everybody going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. That's not a good thing at all. There's no good in that. But there's always, I don't know what I'm trying to say, except for this is an effed up. I'm glad that she's finally going for the gusto. And I'm going to send her $5. I'm going to send her $5 towards her endeavors.
I know that's right.
Yeah. So, does anybody look? The only thing Lisa cares about are her animals and her money. Yeah. I think Ken is even third too. Yeah. Animals, money.
She don't even break him off none.
Yeah. He's happy she walks by when she does. He's like, oh yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, so I had said I wasn't going to stay on for too long. But is there anything else that happened today? I'm just happy about that. You got to make sure and go through and support her on her endeavors, because I think that it's very important that people like Stassi be stopped, all the way stopped in their ability to defame people on public platforms like this. First she did it on the show, then she did it on the podcast, then she got a book, and now she's doing it on a book. So she did it where we could see it, where we could hear it, and now where we could read it. That's like a lot of hate directed at somebody, and she really hasn't learned a smidgen of her lesson. And I'm supposing and believing by proxy her friend Kristen probably hasn't learned that much of a lesson either, because neither one of them, what have they had to do to repair or anything what they've done? Both their apologies were identical, stock apologies prepared by somebody on PR. What were you saying?
They didn't even make them take a Black History course or
no sensitivity
exactly, or talk to some Black clergy, or donate to the NAACP or the Urban League.
Right. There was no Kyrie 6. No, what was he had a list of 8 things to do to repair, and he still got suspended. Crazy. And could you imagine if Faith would have done all this to Stassi? What the repercussions would again been for her? I don't want to know about it. All I know is that happened. Yes. What do we think about Monique Samuels finally filed for divorce from Chris Samuels? Broke that earlier today on the end of my podcast. I mean, the end of my thingamajig this morning. Emmanuel came up and he's like, and he said it, and I was like, no way. And so we looked at it. It was crazy. Yeah, I went live this morning.
Dang, I missed you this morning.
Oh, it's all good. I love you. And so yes, it looks like Monique filed for divorce, and it was reported at like 2:29 Eastern time. And in the meantime, it appears that Chris Samuels has unfollowed Monique and her Not for Lazy Moms IG account, but Monique still follows him. And Who knows if we'll hear that there was a race to the courthouse and that Chris filed 3 minutes before Monique. You know what I mean?
Well,
This is
it's
sad.
not. Where did she file? Did she file in DC?
I don't know. Isn't that where they live?
Okay, you can. Do they have a home in LA or somewhere? Anywhere you have a residence, you can file for divorce. Technically, Maryland, I think it's a community property state. Because DC is still considered a part of Maryland, so they live in Potomac, so depends on what county they're in, though.
Oh.
That's tricky if you have multiple homes in multiple states. It's tricky.
Right. I can imagine. But
I told y'all, remember when I think we were on our channel with Lola, and I said that when they took it back, talking about that we're not separated, this, that, and the third, they were separated. And I
said in October.
And I said not too long after they will file for divorce. They're getting a divorce because of the way she talks to him.
Right.
If you the only one laying on your back, cooking and cleaning, and you can afford help with the children and the house and the houses,
right?
And you talking to him like he a dog, and his mama don't like you.
Well, on another podcast, not podcast. Why am I stuck on podcast today? On another YouTuber's channel today. Mm-hmm. She was saying that there was lots of rumors about infidelity in sex parties. And
not big man's.
And that what are they going to say? Oh, yeah. No. So California, right? Thanks.
It's so Alabama, right?
I don't know. Allegedly. And he lost a lot of weight lately, you guys. He lost a lot of weight.
Oh, he got
he lost. He's looking very good these days, very svelte. They haven't posted any pictures together since December when they went to Africa, came back. And they've probably been separated since October, actually, when they were lying to us. That's telling us, we still together. They were just getting their stuff in order, which is their right. I feel like that's a good way to play it instead of look thirsty for attention, because you're not on any show and normal people don't just flaunt their problems. You know what I mean? So go take care of that.
And it's sealed.
Yeah, why does she want it sealed? I wonder if the trainer is going to pop out. I've been wondering about that a lot. Remember the whole allegations with Monique Samuels allegedly there was a trainer and she was mad at Chris back then, and her and Gigi would go to the club and she would drop it like it was hot on somebody who wasn't Chris and who happened to be a trainer. And they used to kick it pretty tight. And then to the point where people thought that her pregnancy allegedly was from him. Allegedly, all this is allegedly. And so that's why I was like so surprised on the show when they just jumped down everybody else's throat, when there was this other horrible rumor that could have been squashed or something, instead of kick up this distraction over here, But hey, again, it's their right. Do what you got to do. They had 10 years of black love. That's 10 years longer than a lot of people. Hope there was no physical abuse involved. Yep. It did kind of look like there was some type of, it didn't even look like emotional abuse. It just looked like they were through. It didn't sound like there was a verbal abuse situation going on. So I hope that there was
going on between the both of them.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that's full on abuse.
No, I'm
You
just
feel like
saying
disrespect?
it's just disrespect between the both of them. They
Oh
didn't
my gosh. Mademoiselle says this. The youngest baby looks like the trainer. I've never seen the trainer. I wouldn't know.
Oh, we did a video on it. Did we put him on video? Oh, because I found him on LinkedIn. Oh.
Well, if you find him again, and we'll post it because I would love to see.
I have to
this.
figure out which video we did on there. Oh, it's one of our Love and Marriage DC videos that y'all never watched. And we talked about it, and we was like, I don't know. It could be either or. We don't know.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, that's wild. And she didn't want to have any more babies, and he wants a whole lot of babies.
So that could be a problem too. You're not just going to keep knocking me up.
He wants like a football team.
Well, he needs to go find another womb.
A younger womb.
Yeah.
Young and dumb.
Well, he's getting in shape for it. He's getting in shape for his Nick Cannon-a-thon because he has to go put in some work somewhere. He got 10 years to catch up on. If he just does a couple, and he can knock it out like a football field in 6 girlfriends at once. I'm trying to help him out. You got goals. You old, man. You can't do like one at a time. You're not Nick Cannon, fool. You old. Nick Cannon is at least young. He could do one and then wait 2 years and do 2
Nick
more.
Nick don't even wait though. He get them back to back.
Yeah. That's what he needs to pull a Nick Cannon if he wants his football team. How many people on a football team?
I don't even know, but he wants a lot of children.
Yeah. As long as he can support them and he's there for them. Yeah. Hey, look, wouldn't it be hilarious if Monique wants primary custody, but for him to take care of him? Is that a thing? Can you get that?
I don't know.
Can you get paid like they're with you all the time, but you leave them over there?
I wonder if there's a prenup.
Oh, well, she was sleeping in our car at the time. He probably thought, oh, how bad could it be?
If it ain't a prenup, girl, you gonna get that reworked, body worked Bentley that you ran off the side of the road allegedly.
Oh, I know his mom is like, I told you. His mom is all, I told you.
I told you. That heifer.
Ooh.
That heifer. I told you about that heifer.
Oh, I hope he doesn't get it. I told you so from his mom.
He is. She looked like the kind of woman that's gonna give him I told you so.
Yeah, she looks like she is of the clan of Betty, Stormy's mom on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She looks like she is of Wanda.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Period. Period.
Yeah. But I wasn't going to stay on here too much longer. Anything else you had? Because I had talked about that earlier too.
Kimora and Russell.
That was the whole hour this morning.
Oh, you talked about that this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't care. I'm not blaming Kimora for anything. She got
Dorit's.
She got 5 kids and she got to feed them and put them all through school. So if she squirreled away some money, that's what Russell get for grooming her all them years.
Yeah. Well, he better STF you before she decides to turn child bride on his ass.
That, and then y'all know that Tim,
allegedly,
her ex-husband,
yeah,
but not really her ex-husband because he was married when they got married.
Oh no!
To a woman in Singapore, and he had that woman send Kimura an email when Wolfie was about, I say 1.
Yeah.
Or right before Wolfie was born, or I'm not sure when Wolfie was born, either before or after they got married. That saying that they were divorced and all of that, and they were not, honey. Were not. Were not. On top of that, he's a bigamist. So I don't know if their marriage is legal and then only in, you know, like a commitment ceremony.
Well, at least so he can't get half.
Yeah. No, because she got her, she don't commingle funds.
Well, so how did
Harvard, and they're not spoiled children.
I don't feel like they are either.
She paid for Harvard. Those kids from day one know about giving back, giving to the less fortunate, and all of that. Every birthday gift that they get, they have to pick a couple of them to give to the Audrey Hepburn Fund.
Oh, children. Nice.
And they give back to Trevor's, to the Trevor Project, and they give back to the homeless. So no, they're not spoiled, mademoiselle. They are not. They're very smart, very intelligent, multilingual.
They were always nice on that series too. They were like one of the original reality families. Yep. I used to like them a lot. They were so sweet.
Kimura don't play that. She is a strict disciplinarian. That finger come out, that means you gonna get it. She is Kimura.
So her next man was a polygamist. That is crazy. So I wonder, did she just get digmatized, or is there a benefit?
Probably not. She thought she was stepping up, and that she didn't, because she married. She was with Tim right after Kimura paid for the education. Then Tim, right before Tim, she was with the actor Jaimin Hunsu, and she had a son with Jaimin Hunsu. She was smart because Jaimin he wasn't very wealthy, so they got a commitment ceremony in Africa where he's from, and so there was no commingling of funds. So he couldn't stay faithful, and he couldn't accept the fact that she was filthy rich. So they dissolved that, and he's not paying allegedly child support. The last time I checked for Kenzo. So they dissolved that. And then she adopted. A friend's son or a employee of Russell's son to help support, because Russell wasn't paying the man.
Interesting. That is so interesting how like these people rich people like that will take in another person and raise them, like the whole who else got raised like that? Nicole Richie. Who else was that? Yeah, I can't remember right now. Neon. Thank you. There's somebody else in Hollywood where they were raised by somebody who's not them. Anyway, I think that word on the street is she went behind Russell's back and stole a stake in the company. So he was probably trying to ice her out.
He was.
And her being babysat was like, oh, not today, Satan. And in an effort to look out for her and her girls, who she already knew were not getting taken care of properly or had the propensity to not getting taken care of properly, was doing everything to look out for her and her daughters. I don't know that it was a whole entire gold digger, but if you were used to living a $250 million lifestyle and there's $250 million to take, that's how you were used to living. So you should have it all. I'm just kidding. You should have half.
Yeah, she should have half. She gave up her youth for this
yes.
man. And
And she
he's
had
not
baby fat.
Mm-hmm. She just
Did she sell it?
She bought it back. She bought it back from Walmart.
Nice. Yeah, because Walmart hasn't done nothing with it.
Nope.
They haven't done nothing. They haven't had nothing of baby fat at Walmart in the whole pandemic.
No. Nope. I saw it before the pandemic. Like 2 years.
Look, Mademoiselle said, I admit, I don't know about them. However, no one paid for my education. Right? But well, Aoki, she's already graduated from Harvard at 20 years old. She's very talented and gifted.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who, maybe, if their money is structured the right way, then you could still get a scholarship and be rich because of where the money is designated as ownership. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So certain things wouldn't have to count unless you just wanted to write that $100,000 check, Yeah,
I think Kimura's personal assets, is net worth of maybe 100 and so million.
Maybe. Oh yeah, she had to pay. Somebody paid.
Yeah. Somebody paid. And oh shoot, did I just forget that real quick? I wanted to say something real quick. What was it? Yes. Russell had some goon go to Ming's apartment in the middle of the night to try to get her to sign over her inheritance trust fund. Yeah,
that was horrible. That's lunacy. Look, she said that's why she's spoiled. She's 20 and graduated from Harvard. She'll be okay. That is very blessed.
I don't know. Your dad is blackballing you. He's blackballing his children, so they can't make their own money.
He's pulling Andy Cohen.
Yes. He's trying to embed them in. He's trying to unalive them in the modeling industry and fashion. Yeah,
and then what inheritance if he's yelling about being broke? I played the clip earlier of him yelling at her. Mm-hmm. And if he's so broke, then why was he trying to get her to sign something about an inheritance? Or maybe what he has left is in the inheritance or trust that's untouchable, and it requires the trustee's signature, and you would have to get him as the beneficiary of the trust to sign off on giving up access. Mm-hmm. That could be happening. So there could still be money that he just doesn't have access to.
Yes. When you're that wealthy, what it is liquid. He doesn't have a liquid. He has only assets. And the problem is because he's so slimy and did such reprehensible things to people, he can only sneak in and out of the country every once in a while. That would probably require maybe 2 to 3 days of him being in person. That can't be done over Zoom. Liquefying assets can't be done just through the lawyer. If you have it structured right, so they don't try to steal from you. You know what I mean?
Right. So he'll get his. Where is Rev? She's in Bali. Ever since that lady accused him, didn't he get on a plane right after that lady accused him of something?
Yeah, Rev Run, I think him and his wife moved to California to be close to one of his daughters.
Oh, that Rev. Mm-hmm. Uncle Rush isn't Rev. Mm-mm. He just does inspirational quotes. The one who uses his BlackBerry in the bathtub is who she's referring to, you guys. The Rev.
Yes. The Run in Run DMC.
Yes. I'm the king of. There is no
higher. Sucker MCs must call me sire.
Won't stop until I reach
higher.
Oh yeah, they were a whole entire vibe.
Yes, they were.
Vibe. Yes, yes. I have my shell toe Adidas with my pom-pom socks and an oversized Adidas sweatshirt. My head has always been hot, so I never really rocked a Kango, but I had one.
Don't forget them Lee jeans.
Oh, Lee jeans. I didn't do Lee jeans. I had like Gloria Vanderbilt or
I had
freaking.
them too.
Remember Gloria Vanderbilt and Calvin
Uh-huh.
Klein back in the day?
Gloria
Yes.
Vanderbilt,
And
Calvin Klein,
Sasson. Remember Sasson
Snap-on,
jeans?
Jordache, Sergio Valente. Damn, I'm old.
Yes. I know, but we're old in an excellent way. These kids have no idea what they're missing out with all this mumble rap. You can't even understand what the people are saying these days.
Exactly.
If you kids don't stay up, these whippersnappers, you don't even know what music is. I tell you. Man, we had some good music back in the day. But, this has been a gorgeous day in the Bay. I got a lot of productive stuff done. I got some more productive stuff to get to. I'm trying to keep these to an hour on the days that I can. Because the other day we did a 5-hour live. You can go back and watch it if you want to. It's okay if you fast forward through different parts, because there was an excellent, robust conversation, the way we love it over here on LRGA Curves. Want to give a shout out to my beautiful friend, Corey. Last word.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
You heard that. And you guys follow her. Spelled just like that. Corey at Lola Lane. Follow her on these YouTube streets. And right here, like I said, I got this new IG, you guys. Come through. Got stuff planned for you. Thanks for being here. Smash my buttons, you guys, and ring my bell. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming through.
Bye, guys.